And Movember is all about stopping men dying too young, and it is expanded in recent years. We all know the unbelievable work it's done raising money for prostate cancer. It's now expanded to testicular cancer, and this year also expanding to help raise money and awareness for men's mental health issues as well. We welcome in Mitch Hermansen right now from the Movember Foundation, who joins us in the program. Mitch, appreciate you doing this, and I guess I'll start with why did Movember want to expand and make sure that it's also tackling some of these mental health issues too?
Hey, Pat. Well, thanks first for having me on. It's great to be here. Yeah, great question. Most people know us for our cheeky mustaches in the month of Movember, formerly known as November. But we've always been holistically men's health. We started out as a prostate cancer charity, but when you look at mental health, that's really where we're losing the battle and where some of the biggest health discrepancies are between men and women. And with suicide being actually, surprisingly, the leading cause of death for men between the ages of 15 and 45, we kind of saw that and said that we need to take action for the men in our lives. So that's kind of how we got involved with mental health.
Well, and I think it's such an important thing to point out that there is such a high rate of suicide for men of that age. I mean, we're talking about 15 to 44. That's really young in all cases, and I think that it all goes back to that as dudes we're kind of conditioned to not talk about mental health. We're not supposed to talk about our feelings. We're supposed to rub dirt on it and just continue to keep that stiff upper lip and go forward. But this is turning into a real epidemic, and I think it's really important to tackle some of these issues because it is important to talk about these things and seek help when it's time to do so, isn't it?
Yeah, no, you nailed it right on the head. And we are kind of raised as guys to always kind of be that tough guy and a stoic man. But I think one thing, is clear is that we need to kind of flip the script on that. In fact, it takes a lot of courage for a guy to open up and talk about maybe something he's going through in his mental health. Admitting that you might be struggling or having a tough time, there's no shame in that. And we should all be encouraging guys, to basically open up and talk more.
From a Movember standpoint, what are some of the things that you raise money, everybody grows the dirty stash, and then all the money gets raised and distributed elsewhere? So where are some of the areas that some of the money collected is going to go for mental health?
Absolutely. So, yeah, every year we're asking guys to sign up at Movember.com and grow those lovely mustaches. And some guys do it for prostate cancer, but more and more guys are doing it for the mental health cause. And basically, those funds raised go to support our mental health strategic initiatives and supporting causes across this country. A great example might be Kids Help Phone. We've funded them in the past to help young boys talk about and open up about their mental health, and in a program called Bro Talk. Another great one's called that everyone and listeners can check out. It's called headsupguys.org. Go check it out. It's an online space for guys to check in with their mental health, learn a little bit about depression, and how to really strengthen their mental fitness along the way.
Headsup.org is that website?
Headsupguys.org. Phenomenal resource.
Headsupguys.org. I like that. That's very cool. Once again, headsupguys.org. And this is all, of course, starting in November for Movember, but today is also World Suicide Prevention Day, so I thought it would be a good day to talk about that. It is kind of scary, Mitch, when you think about how many people in this country have taken their lives between the age of 15 and 44. It is a problem that we really need to tackle, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. And I think, there's a couple things that we need to get straight, and that is, one, you're not less of a man if you're struggling or you're going through something internally. We all struggle, right? It doesn't matter who you are, where you live, what your job is, what car you drive or truck you drive. We all struggle, and it's something that's totally okay. And number two, I think, you're certainly not less of a man if you're reaching out for help. It's okay to let your guard down every once in a while. It's okay to feel vulnerable. Those feelings that you might have rattling around your head, that you assume no one will understand, you want to keep to yourself. Actually, there's probably people out there that are willing to help you out and listen, and there's certainly resources and services out there to give you support as well. So really encouraging everyone to strip down some of this negative connotation surrounding men's health, that we ought to be that stoic guy and always keep our feelings bottled up. It's really important to talk, get out there, and support those people in your life that may be struggling as well.
Great stuff, Mitch. And just before we let you go, you go and look you up on Google and LinkedIn and stuff like that. You're always every picture you have is with a mustache. Is that a
Yes.
365 days a year thing, or are you only a
Yeah.
November stash?
No, this is a 365 duster. I train all year round from November, but I do shave it off on November 1st and start fresh every November. So,
Oh, nice.
I hope, yep. I hope you'll be joining us this year, there, Pat.
Well, I've never done it before, but I know we've had guys here that it might be the year for me to do that. It might be.
I'm going to take that as a yes. I'm going to take this.
Okay, all right. I'm down, and I appreciate it, Mitch. Really do. I think it's awesome what you're doing at Movember for all the things to make sure that guys stop dying too young. And thanks for joining us today on World Suicide Prevention Day. Really appreciate it.
Super. Thanks, Pat.